Hi, good morning, Fennville Middle School. Mr. James here with another episode of Storytime. I hope all is going well with remote learning. Make sure, just a friendly reminder, be sure to keep in contact with your teachers, even if it's something as simple as a phone call or email. They would love to hear from you. But my story today is about a car accident. Luckily, I wasn't involved, but it happened right in front of my eyes, and it was probably the worst car accident I've ever seen. Um, my first year teaching, I taught at a school called Bronson. It's just barely in Michigan. It's on the Indiana-Michigan border. Really small town, very similar in size to Fennville, but it's basically in the middle of cornfields. That's where it was. My wife and I, my wife was a substitute teacher for my school. So anytime they needed a sub, they called her, and she would come substitute, and so we'd go to work together. It was kind of nice, but in regards to where we lived, it was about a half an hour drive from where the nearest apartment complex that we lived in, and it was all back roads. So we would have to take back roads from our apartment to school. And one morning, I was on my way to work. My wife was subbing that day, so she was in the car with me, and we come to a stop sign, and it was a two-way, it wasn't a four-way. So two roads intersected. The road that I was on had a stop sign, and there was a car in front of me at the stop sign. He thought that the other road also had a stop sign, and they didn't. And so he pulled out in front of a truck, like a big truck, and that truck just nailed him. And what was even scarier was behind the truck was a school bus. So I don't know what happened, but we had to stay because we witnessed it. And that way the first thing we did was we hopped out of our car to make sure everyone was okay. And we went and talked to the driver of the car in front of us and the driver in the truck. The guy in the truck was fine. He was just really, really mad because his truck was all beat up, which rightfully so. But the person who caused the accident, he felt terrible. He had no clue what he was doing. I think he was just half asleep because it was early in the morning. But anyway, sorry, my dog's getting into something. Everyone was fine. No one was seriously injured, but the cars were totaled. They were done for. But because we witnessed it, we had to wait for the cops to get there and tell them what we saw. So I was really late for school. I think first hour had just begun when I walked in the door. And luckily, a teacher down the hall from me had first hour prep, so she stepped in and subbed for me. And also, my students were taking a test that day, so I didn't miss much. But it was really scary, and of course, guess who was on the bus? Some of my students. So of course they saw me standing there like, "Oh my gosh, Mr. James, are you okay? What happened?" And I said, "Yeah, everything's fine. I'm just gonna be late to school. Just don't worry." So everything worked out. Everyone was safe. It was just scary to see it happen right in front of me. So hope you enjoyed my story today. Keep up the good work, and I will see you all hopefully Monday. Bye.